Hey Pisces, I'm here for another reading for you today. Feel free to take a deep breath, connect with your inner source to see what parts of this reading may resonate with you. Now the reading is general and timeless, so just take what resonates with you. But if you would like a personal reading, a one-on-one personal session with me, Akashic Records for past life healing, or anything else, you can go to 144bluerosetemple.com, or you can email me. All the information is going to be in the box below. And just as always, Pisces and Soul Tribe, thank you for all of your love. Thank you for being here today. If my energy or my readings resonate with you, feel free to subscribe and go click on that notification bell so you can know when the next reading does come out and the rest of the ancient souls can find us. Just a reminder, we do have the BBB program that is coming up at the beginning of June. It's 4 live web calls and a whole bunch of at-home ceremonies and rituals. So feel free to join us. And we do have the Ancient Souls Gathering coming up in January 2026 in Puerto Rico. It's going to be 4 days of combo, of cacao, hape ceremonies every day, connecting with the sacred lands, multiple practitioners. And it's a 4-day retreat at $11.11 USD. So that's less than $350 a day for everything included, including shared lodging and food. So feel free to join us. Ask me if you have any questions. The email is going to be in that box below. Pisces. What I found interesting about this reading was that they were cutting the lawn like across the street. I was like, I'm going to hear it though. There's something that was trying to distract you from your purpose, but you're not going to give it the energy, the time, or anything, for to distract you. Understand when things are coming in, they're not in a, for some reason, avoidance comes to mind, where there's something in your life, Pisces, that you'd rather maybe not be there, or this or that. It only came in to distract you. Now, this could be a situation. It could be a person. We're going to see what this is in the reading. But that's what was coming through, as you could hear it, right? And it's just noise. And that's what comes to mind, Pisces, is there's a particular situation, a person in your life where it's just dropping into your heart, not listening to the noise, coming out of the mind and dropping into the heart. So let's see what this is, Pisces. For Pisces, what is this energy? What is this person? What is this energy? In Pisces' life, I was causing some sort of distraction. What is it? Ha! Ha! You got falling in love in reverse, Pisces. I'm going to channel. I'm going to get more cards before I channel, rather. Because I was going to channel, but Spirit's like, let's get the cards first. Why do we have falling in love, kissing the divine in another, in yourself? Why do we have falling in love, kissing the divine in another, in yourself? I like the cards. Why do we have falling in love, thought? You got Yeshua over here. We have a lot of powerful energy. We have sweet success, Melchizedek, Thoth, divine masculine, Master Yeshua. We have Isis over here. I'm going to grab a few more cards before I channel. Why do we have Thoth, divine masculine, falling in love, Melchizedek, higher learning, Oshun, sweet success? I'm excited to channel this because the cards are coming out how I was going to channel it, Pisces. We do have to take a moment. Kundalini. And as you can see here, they kind of look like they're in that like Kundalini dance over here. Why do we have sweet success, falling in love, Thoth, divine masculine, Melchizedek? Take some time for yourself. You do have a secret admirer here, Pisces. Now, when I see this, and as soon as I say it, the lawnmower is going back on again. I think of the twin flame journey, which the twin flame, card didn't come out, but this whole experience is just us interacting with God, right? But it's not even just with the person. It's with the earth. It's when we're gardening. It's when we're showering. It's when we're all of those different things. This society, if anything, tries to lead people, and I'm talking about patriarchal society, whatever that may mean to you, society, matrix kind of things, You have this American dream of like, oh, we get married by this age and that age, and and then we get married, the white picket fence, all of those things. How many marriages in history? And not that love is a distraction, it's not. However, there's probably karmic cycles you can avoid in romance and in love of that was clearly not aligned, and whether it be subconscious or unconscious, betraying oneself by being involved in a relationship where like it's not in alignment at all. You are going to have a very, very happy and beautiful relationship in this lifetime, Pisces. But either Spirit's saying to cut away the distractions, or don't be distracted by things such as love. Like the inorganic, twin flame, new agey thing, ascension, agenda rather, I'd like to say, is like, oh, once I'm enlightened, I'll finally reunite with my twin flame. As soon as I say that, someone is waiting for your response. Someone named Randy. I don't know, maybe your name is Randy. To love someone, like the way that you, Pisces, can love someone else, or the way that someone else can love you, is the way that you can love all different things. Everything is love. Even with that, what I'm hearing is like, yeah, but it's not to also bypass the fact that like we need hugs, like it's actually not healthy to not have human touch. So of course you need relationships, Pisces, especially a romantic one. That's very healing. But what Spirit's also saying is if it hasn't happened for you, or if a lover was taken away from you, it was just simply a distraction from your actual highest timeline and purpose. Like say, for example, Pisces, it is a karmic person. Maybe it didn't feel karmic in the beginning. Now you're married. Now you have a kid, and this and that, and that's a beautiful, very beautiful thing. So I'm not saying anything about that part, but what I'm talking about more is the timing, right? Of not undoing, but untethering from that karmic cycle. Now in this reading, a lover was taken from you, but only for you to actually come into alignment with true success on a soul level. You being with that person, it would not have served you in the highest long run. For some reason, say maybe that person would not have allowed you, but to grow. A flower, a rose, blooms in a good environment, right? Or in the environment that suits you, Pisces. You are also someone who, you have a lot of ascended master energy. You're someone who is very spiritual, Pisces. You have a great self of awareness, Pisces. Because of that, sometimes the rejection, not even sometimes, always, Pisces, the rejection is always your protection. Now let's see what this is. Let's see what this is, Pisces. I kind of want to grab one more card. Why do we have falling in love, Thoth, divine masculine, Oshun, sweet success, destiny? Pisces, I'll just give this example. Say the inner child really wants to be loved, but that person is not, there's someone that it's going to be very hard to fully ascend to your highest timeline. Like maybe they're against certain things you want to do, or this or that. It is your free will, right? It's always your free will to align with God's will, whatever God's will means to you. We have authentic purpose, inspiration, the map maker of destiny. Pisces, the lover that is truly meant for you, they would provide a beautiful space. I'm just seeing like a garden, a flower bed. They would provide a beautiful space for that flower to grow. If someone truly loves you, Pisces, they see that you're a beautiful flower, and they would never want to pick the petals. Maybe they want to pick the petals, but they would never pick the petals. Like they would treat you like a garden, Pisces. You are a temple. You are the temple, Pisces. You are the flower. You are the garden. You are the universe inside out, Pisces. And so the person that's actually in alignment with your highest timeline, with your authentic purpose, your destiny, your soul destiny is always, always protected. It's always yours, Pisces, in every lifetime. If someone loves you, they will love you in a way that not only is it their own love language, they study you, they see you, They know the exact nutrients, the water amounts, all of that to pour onto that beautiful flower so that that beautiful flower grows up high to God. And that's like the visual that I'm seeing as a garden and flowers. And if you love someone, like, of course you need to be loved too. You know, you would want to be receiving love back, reciprocity. But when you love someone, you love their soul, and you would conspire, as well as the universe conspiring in that person's favor, for them to reach their soul destiny, whatever that may be, which it may not be what you do or this or that, right? So that's what I'm seeing here, Pisces. We're already 10 minutes in. We haven't even gotten to the tarot. All right, let's see what this is. So for some of you, you may have a secret admirer. You may have a secret admirer here. Take time for yourself. And some of you have taken time for yourself. This is a reading for those of you who have been single for a long time, or those of you who are going through perhaps like a breakup or a separation. For Pisces, why do we have Melchizedek, Thoth, Divine Masculine, Oshun, Sweet Success, Mapmaker of Destiny, Falling in Love? Why do we have Falling in Love, Sweet Success, Mapmaker of Destiny, Melchizedek, Thoth, Divine Masculine? But you're happy, Pisces. Some of you are married. I want to give you a big hug. Whoever this Pisces, like if it resonates with you, I am etherically giving you a really big hug. Oof. This was like the Jai Ma Kali Ma energy, where it's just like, oof. You have a pure heart, Pisces. And not only that, you know, whoever this person that was in your life, your ex, your old spouse, you know, I'm already hearing of like, I don't want to hear about my ex, but it just helps when we can understand certain things, you know, why certain things happened, etc. Moving forward, allowing that energy to clear. This was sudden protection, all right, in a marriage or relationship. Why the Hierophant? I'm also hearing nothing shall obstruct your destiny. Why do we have the Tower card? Why Two of Swords? That is the Kali Ma energy. Oh, it was a soulmate of yours, Pisces. You had to. You had to walk away, or if Pisces, even if they walked away, but even if they walked away in a bad way, it was your protection. This person had third parties, had other people involved. It may be romantically or not romantically. However, from the cards, Two of Swords, Three of Cups, it can actually be both. This person put other things before you. They chose very worldly ways, whatever that can mean to you. And this person's kind of going through it. You are someone who's very spiritual, but I'm feeling your energy, 333 Pisces, as soon as I say that. So you could be seeing the number 333. This person, for some of you, they were disloyal in whatever way resonates with you. They put other things before you. For some of you, they put like alcohol. I was saying like Three of Cups can be drinking things like that before you, etc. They did not put you first at all, but you were sent to them as God's angel. 144 as I say that. This person had to leave your life, Pisces. But what I am seeing is there's new life that comes afterwards. You are being realigned to your highest timeline. This person that you were with, Pisces, they were going to, Hangman, shift in perspective. Maybe they'll shift their perspective. But what I'm also seeing is like the person that you were with, Pisces, married to, your ex, whatever it is. This person has some sort of, for some of you, could resonate as attachment. I'm seeing like them seeing you, but not fully seeing the mirror. It's like a cracked mirror where this person would have halted, would have slowed down your ascension process, Pisces. This person was not going to allow you to fully grow. Like, oh, what's Pisces doing? Oh, that's kind of weird, or this or that, or like, that's what I'm seeing. This person was also lying to you, and they either had another person, or they were doing a lot of things that you didn't realize they were doing behind your back. Even if it's white lies, even if it's not like, the third party cheating kind of thing, the white lies where it's just like, yeah, Pisces, I'm here. No, they're not there. And that's why there was a sudden where they walked away or you walked away. Nothing shall obstruct your soul destiny, Pisces. And you're someone who showed up very pure for this person. Now, why Page of Swords with the Hierophant for this reading for Pisces? Falling in love, Thoth, Divine Masculine, Melchizedek, and sweet success. Why do we have Page of Swords and the Hierophant? There were things you did not quite see, and Spirit saw it. And then all of a sudden we have the Page of Swords, Hierophant, the Moon card. So a lot of protection, a lot of also kind of like, oh, what's going on there? The Moon card is the unseen. Why the Eight of Cups with the Tower card? Why the Eight of Cups with the Tower card? This person, they ended up turning into an enemy, where this person may have just shifted and changed. And so this person did turn on you, Pisces, in some way, shape, or form, or they shifted and changed. They started to actually, though, attack your purpose. So the things that had to do with your purpose, like say, for example, you love tarot, right? And you're always reading tarot, you're working really hard, and that's your calling, right? You have, say, a partner that's just like, oh, but that's stupid. Or this or that. Or just like, things like that. Say you start to go on a spiritual journey, right? And you're like, oh, I'm not going to do this. This person was going to attack actually what you were working on. Eight of Coins, the Five of Wands. So it started out as a lover, and then they're like, oh, let's attack Pisces and Pisces destiny. And that's why this Tower card came in of your spirit team, your spirit guides. And I'm going to get a separate card for this one. They cut the cord between you and an old lover because this lover started to attack your soul destiny. Now, why the Eight of Coins, Five of Wands, Eight of Cups, and then the Tower card? High Priestess. That kind of thing where, like, say you're with a lover and you know something is happening. And they're like, no, I'm not doing anything. And say they actually are. When you're going up to someone, especially who's walking in their spirituality, they have a connection to source. They are very aware. That person, so Pisces, you, is doing the things that you need to do. And as soon as I see the the word dedication, you're doing what you need to do to remain in alignment. That person is lying to you. When you lie to a high priestess, you are blocking the high priestess's third eye. And so even, like, say you're dating a high priest or priestess and you lie, not to say, like, no one's perfect. So I'm also not saying of, like, you have to be perfect. No one's perfect. It's like, I'm going to be there 5 minutes from now, it takes 10 minutes. So I'm not saying any of those things. I'm talking about big lies. Like, where it's just like, you were not at that place. You were with that person, that kind of thing. When you do that to a high priestess, on a spiritual level, the high priestess's work, it has everything to do with the third eye, the crown, high priest or priestess. So you're actually getting in the way of this high priest or priestess's intuition in the relationship, where they know that their lover is up to something or feeling a way and they won't communicate it. Again, everyone's human. The person you were with, Pisces, it went a little bit too long. They did a little bit too much. Because again, everybody's human. I'm never talking about perfection at all. This person did a little too much. A little too often. And this person was taken away from your life, Pisces, because they would have hurt you to the point, of, like, say, I see the third eye being blocked. But that's like from the lies that they were telling you in the relationship. I'm going out with this person, no, I'm not, I'm talking to anyone, things like that. Now, why Three of Cups with the Two of Swords here? Why Three of Cups with the Two of Swords? Oh, sweet baby Jesus. And that sword came in, you're single. Nine of Cups over here, Pisces. And yeah, that's what I see for you. But I will say that this reading is coming through because you need to know that it's a blessing. And it's not easy. However, you are going to thrive afterwards. You're going to be aligning with your highest timeline. We'll take a look at what that is. But Spirit wants this reading to come through. I see the sword that came in for this romantic relationship. And the sword went... Three of Cups, Two of Swords. Now, it could be a friend. It doesn't have to be. But what I do see is a lot of like... I mean, we did have falling in love. Okay, so... This person had their vices, they had other people, they were saying white lies, but white lies to the point where like, oh, this is just a lie, you know? And you have the Knight of Swords here. All right, Pisces. So that's why the person was removed from your life, why you walked away not knowing why, etc. Now, what's coming in for Pisces? What's in alignment with Pisces soul destiny? The map maker of destiny. What's in alignment with Pisces? What is in alignment with Pisces soul destiny? What I do see, Pisces, is you going through a really big death and rebirth over here. But it does feel like you were meant to come across that person. You were meant to come across that person in order to completely purge out a cycle. Why do we have the Ten of Swords here? It realigns you with God's will. Why do we have the Ten of Swords here? Why the Chariot card with the Queen of Swords? There we go. Yeah, Pisces. You went through a whole death and rebirth process with this person. What I also want to say is, especially for the Pisces, that when you are in a relationship, now this is not someone that you were just with for 2 weeks or for 2 months. When you're with someone and there's a lot of sharing of energy. Now, you know, for some of you who are married, there's legal documents. There's children involved. There's a whole lot of sharing of energy and going back and forth, especially with that falling in love card that we had. Like, it looks like this. A whole lot of sharing of energy. Be mindful of who you intertwine your energy with. Now, what Spirit's also saying right now in this reading is you met this person perhaps before you were even spiritual, before you had started to awaken, etc. Or you met this person when you were in a totally different person, different place in your life. The reason why this person has been cut away from your life is because you are meant to return back to your organic new earth ascension timeline. This person was bringing you down a whole nother timeline that it is kind of the Kalima energy where it's like, no, this is not happening. Death card, Hermit card, Ten of Swords over here. But then you have the Chariot card, Six of Cups, and the Queen of Swords. So collective, after this, you become the Queen of Swords. I also see that sword energy is a lot of Archangel Michael energy. The blue ray of light is the ray of God's will. Why Death card, Hermit card, and the Ten of Swords? That's exactly what I was saying, Pisces, about the sharing of energy. That's why that person was ripped away from your life, or why you suddenly walked away. The Knight of Wands, I think of the lower chakras. There's a lot of shared energy. You would definitely benefit from clearing cords, clearing the sacral chakra, the womb, and the root chakra. When you're going through a breakup or separation, you can always do a heart ritual, releasing grief, or cords that are connected through the heart. But I see that you are, like you and this person, intertwined a lot of resources, perhaps money, legal documents, and a lot of that sacral womb energy, root energy together. And that's why this happened. It's a whole death and rebirth. And so you're going actually through a really big physical cleansing as you and this person are separating, because you shared so much energy with your previous lover. And so I do see like it's not an overnight thing where, say you meet someone, you're actually going through a whole death and rebirth. And you're coming into a brand new timeline. Now for Pisces, why that Queen of Swords? Why that Queen of Swords? You reclaimed your power, Pisces. Wheel of Fortune here. So yes, it's a process. This is for the Pisces that, again, past, present, future, this could be the past. You went through a release of an old lover that you shared a lot of energy with in some way, shape, or form. I do see that it's not a comfortable process, breaking free from the person. It leads to a lifetime of freedom, of liberation, and you're coming back into alignment with your soul destiny. By staying with this person, it would have halted, slowed down, you know, or maybe brought you into a whole different timeline. So what happens here, Pisces? Yes, when it comes to you and that person, Death card, Hermit card, Ten of Swords, and that's very uncomfortable energy. It's a whole lot of spiritual introspection and going within. I do see you having some time of being alone, being comfortable being alone, and cleansing and clearing the old lovers, right? Or the old lover. You come back into alignment with God's will. You return back to your new Earth Ascension timeline. A lot of that Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy with the Queen or King of Swords. And this is to last. This is to stay. Knight of Pentacles over here. Also honoring the patience, you know, in your journey. And we have the Ace of Wands. It's a brand new beginning. You've reclaimed your power. All right. Your womb or your sacral. So no matter how you identify, your womb, your sacral is your powerhouse. That's your center of creativity. Yes, life births and is created in the womb. This is also, though, your soul destiny. Your soul destiny is your womb. Everything you create, writing something down, painting something, singing something, building something, whatever it is, that's coming from the sacral, from the womb. And so being intentional, conscious, and mindful of who you're sharing your sacral or womb energy with, and then being mindful of like, oh wow, this is not serving me, you know, this or that. And that's what I see you doing here, Pisces. What you do need to know is you come back into full alignment with your life purpose. You come back into full alignment with your soul purpose, and you have reclaimed all of your power. This is the reading for the Pisces that can definitely benefit from saying some sort of calling back of your energy, affirmations, cleansings, clearings, things like that. Now, what is the advice for Pisces? What is the advice? It's a gift. King of Cups, there goes your energy, Pisces. Nine of Swords, where a lot in the head, right? Releasing those negative emotions, releasing the fears of starting over a new life, or of this, of that. And then we have the Six of Coins. You will receive a gift, okay? Understanding that there is a gift that is going to come from everything that happened here. All right. And that gift is everything that's in alignment with your soul destiny and your highest timeline, Pisces. This person that you were married to or that you were with was bringing you out of alignment with your soul's truth. And I see you right back into alignment, and you're going to receive a gift. Okay. So that's what I have for you, Pisces. I do hope that it resonates. I'm going to grab some cards of advice. What are some cards of advice for Pisces? Here's some cards of advice. I'm laughing because, surprise, sacred union. However, you know, we did have the Tower card over here. And so it does feel like when it comes to romance and love, Pisces, again, past, present, future, you could have had a sudden breakup. You could have suddenly walked away from someone, or suddenly someone walked away from you. Now, for those of you that this reading is in the past, you did the work and it's coming in. All right. However, I do see, for those of you who are seeking new partnership, I see a whole process of cleansing, clearing, and coming into alignment, and you do it. All right, so that's what I have for you. I do hope that it resonates. I'm going to grab other cards of advice, actually. What do we have for Pisces? We do have Elmora, Awakening Presence. The universe is with you. Wear a cloak of protection and of love. All right, the universe is with you. Wear a cloak of protection and love. Yeah, it's not easy, but we do have Archangel Michael, trusting heaven. Not easy, this process, Pisces, and I do see that like it's hard on the mind, body, and soul. You were very connected to this person. Perhaps you even have past lives. But what I do see is that as you untether from the person, you retether. And I'm seeing the red thread. The red thread reconnects, right, with your soul destiny. And I see beautiful things coming in for you. All right, now what are some final messages for Pisces? What are some final messages for the Pisces? You have a reward for your womb and your sacral work coming in. All right, we do have womb work over here. We have reward for hard work. It's not easy, but as you release what no longer serves you, it could be the person, simply the energy, the cords, the old belief systems. And that was coming really, it was coming through in this reading, Pisces, of womb or sacral work, okay? You're going to receive a reward. And for some of you, it's going to be in the form of a person that's coming in for partnership. For others of you, it's going to be everything that's in alignment with your soul destiny, with your soul purpose. If you come back to the twin flame journey, the divine masculine energy is the material. The feminine is the formless, the unseen. What you see, 333, these blessings coming in, the rewards, you're going to see them. You're going to receive them. That's the divine masculine energy. The divine feminine energy is the unseen, the intuition, the spiritual, the all of that. So for some of you, you will receive a gift of a new relationship. For others of you, expect, and I'm just getting the twin flame journey. So expect for that energy to manifest, to materialize in another form, in another way that has everything to do with your soul destiny. All right, so that's what I have for you. I do hope that it resonates, Pisces. I'm sending you all so much love and so many blessings to your day.